Training hard and clocking in the gym and not seeing the result you wanted? Probably you have hit one of these mistakes that you didn't know. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned athlete, the area I'm going to cover for you will help you to train smarter, avoid injuries, and get stronger faster. Are you ready? Let's grab a coffee and dive in.
The queen, I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between.
Ride with the mob, hum through Allah, check you and me, and do your job.
What's going on, guys? This is Xavier from Focus Athletes. Today we'll be uncovering the top 6 calisthenics mistakes for our training that hinder us from progressing against. Number 1 mistake is the poor form and incomplete range of motion. Probably the person who are doing did not realize from the viewer's perspective that they are doing half reps or bad form. For example, doing push-ups or dips only go half the way down without your elbow bent more than 45 degrees, or after a pull-up, the person still remain their arm bent and pull the next rep up again. He or she didn't fully straighten the arm before going back up. Or sometimes they have used too much keeping. Alright, I understand that sometimes beginners may use keeping to do pull-ups when they are practicing. But the key here is, when a person is able to do 10 keeping pull-ups, right, they will not want to switch back to 10 strict pull-up later, because in their mind, they thought that they are able to do 10 pull-ups and wanted to go to the next step instead of going back to fix the form. You understand my point? The correction should be, if you are doing keeping pull-ups, you should instead use a resistance band that can maximally do 10 strict pull-ups. In this way, not only you are able to gain muscle and strength more efficiently, you also automatically teaches your body to do the correct movement without the bend. Even if you are able to do 5 strict pull-ups, it's definitely way better than 10 keeping ones. To be honest, when I find myself doing bad form, the next training, I realized I didn't gain much strength, and I know it's because of it. Studies shows how muscle work best in a concentric eccentric movement is when that they are fully lengthened or contracted. This also means that if you are doing half reps, you only get half the stimulation. Set your ego aside, perhaps take a camera out and record yourself. If you are doing it nicely and correctly, it's 100% worth the effort and you will make long-term gains. We are on number 2, muscle imbalances. Have you thought of going to the gym only to build a certain muscle groups only? I've seen people that wanted to grow their bicep only, and the first thing they do when they go to the gym is to hit the bicep curl. After months, they realize something is missing. Not only their bicep didn't grow much, the other part of their body didn't match the growth of the bicep. There are a few mistakes I could point out here, and the most important one for effective workout is how you structure your training. The first thing we should plan out and train is to start with the compound movement exercise first, and they need to be from the hardest to the easiest, because you need to do the hardest things first when you have full of energy. Compound movement involves multiple joints movement and engages different muscle groups to work together. This requires tremendous amount of energy and mental space. Example, handstand push-up, weighted dips, shoulder press, bench press, squats, deadlift, etc. Let's go back to the bicep curl earlier, which is an isolated movement which involves single joint, which is the one that connected to your arms to your forearms. And this can be done after the compound movement, which will be more efficient. If you doesn't have any idea of how you should plan your training, you can plan it like this, which I find it effective myself. It will be the push, pull, leg days. And the leg days will be just once per week. Push day, we will work on the chest, shoulder, tricep. Back day, we will work on the bicep, back and the core. Leg days, we will work on our lower body. By doing this, you will see that you didn't leave any muscle untrained. Hence, you will achieve a great overall physics, yeah. Number 3, skipping progression, not knowing how to progress. This is a common issue for individuals who are in fitness, sports and skill-based activities. When you start to see influencers who are doing complex moves online, such as handstand push-ups, heavy lift, advanced yoga poses with lots of lights, they may feel embarrassed to start with beginner exercises. First of all, this is also an issue faced by many, because in the internet, we only want to display the best of us to get likes. However, that's other people's journey. Coming back to our own, we went to the gym want to progress on our own path, and the fastest way to improve ourselves is not by focusing on others or how others perceive us when we are doing our own training. Let's say you should be practicing handstand today. Instead of focusing on where you are keeping your balance on the next attempt, you will focus on what other people perceive you when you are going to fail. Not only this slow down your progress that day, you will also wasted a training session, but it's also triggered a negative emotion in your mind, and this will happen again on the next training. Just for example, if you are driving on the road, what if your eyes are looking outside the window? You're gonna crash, right? To be honest, every master starts with a beginner move. Not only they still do it these days, because they know it's mandatory to help them to build a solid foundation in the future. Number 4, skipping warm-ups and cool-down. Warm-ups and cool-down are often overlooked, but they are critical for performance, recovery and injury prevention. Skipping them can have short and long-term consequences. In these few years of training, I seldom get into injury, except for some minor discomfort on my wrist, due to my heavyweight training for planche and handstand for a while. The reason is because I always do my warm-up and cool down in my training, no matter how tight my schedule was. Some of the reason why people don't do them is because of time constraint. People often feel that they don't have enough time to prioritize to their main workout over to warming up or cooling down. Second reason is lack of awareness. Some may not understand that the benefit of these practices, or they think they are unnecessary. Core muscles and joints are actually more prone to strain, sprain, and tears. And lastly is overconfidence. Experienced individuals might skip them, thinking that they don't need them anymore. The benefits of warm-up and cool-down based on science. Warm-ups increases blood flow, improve flexibility, and prepare the nervous system for activities, which increases performance, while cool-down helps to reduce lactic acid build-up and promote recovery. The way I like to warm up is not only doing stretches on the muscle and tendons related to the workout later. I will also use resistance band to ensure the deep tissues are being stretched. Next, before my working sets, I like to do from 0 intensity, then to 50% intensity, then to 90% intensity. This to ensure my muscles is ready to perform at their 100%. Number 5. Overtraining. To me, this can be defined as no rest days, which can lead to burnout or injury. Of course, some people may argue that I don't need to rest as my body is used to train 7 times a week. Some people may even train for 2 times per day, morning and evening. Well, that's somebody else. Perhaps they are so genetically gifted that they are able to recover by the next training, or any rest will make their next workout worse. Bro, for us to progress on the next workout is to slowly increase its intensity, or by doing more reps each time. How do you have the energy, or are your nervous system ready to push harder on the next workout without rest? Scientifically, that's not possible. Our body gets stronger while resting. It fixes the muscle damage that we have caused during the training. By going to the next session without recovery first, not only you can't increase the load, your cortisol level also increases, which can cause breakdown of muscle tissue and weaken the immune system. The fix is to schedule 1 to 2 rest days weekly, which are reasonable. Listen to your body. Muscles grow during rest days. Repeated stress on muscles, tendons, and joints without adequate recovery can lead to injury like strain, sprain, or stress fractures. Number 6. Inconsistent training. This is an extremely big one to me. One of the biggest mistakes people make in their fitness journey is inconsistent training. You might have the best intention, but without a clear plan, it's easy to lose focus, skip workout, or fall into the trap of "I'll do it tomorrow." Consistency is the backbone of progress, and the best way to stay consistent is by creating a weekly training plan and committing to it. For a detailed video of how to plan your routine, you can take a look at this related video later, which I listed out of how to progress in your calisthenics journey and tackle each of your goals. I bet you'll find it very helpful. Here are some tricks to stick to your plan. To me, you have to clearly know what is the most important thing you want to achieve this year first. Just one thing. Change your wallpaper or have a sticky note in front of the mirror to remind yourself daily. Secondly, find an accountability partner. Share your plan with a friend, hire a coach, or join a community to stay motivated. Having a positive environment or having someone that has already walked the path is definitely able to help you to achieve faster to your goals than you figuring out yourself. Also, be flexible but committed. Life happens, and you might miss a workout. That's okay. Just get back on track the next day without guilt. Don't worry too much. Lastly, I just want to remind you guys that when you stick to a consistent plan, you will see steady progress. You will feel stronger, more energized, and more confident in your ability to achieve your goals. Remember, fitness is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency over time is what leads to lasting results. Alright, that's all for this video. I hope you find it helpful. For more videos, click on this on my playlist. If you have any other question, please leave it in the comment section below, and I will talk to you on the next one.